For growing lots of buds and flowers on jasmine plant requires to be grown in such a way that I am going to show you in this video. Follow up these jasmine growing tips and you will definitely find a lot more growth on them. So let's start. Subscribe to our channel for more updates. The most important thing to take care of while growing jasmine plant is the sunlight. As jasmine plant is a summer season flowering plant, therefore a full sunny area helps it very much to grow fast. If you put your jasmine plant in a dark or shady area, the growth appears, but very slowly. Deficiency of sunlight also causes a weak immune system, more disease, very less growth and blooming. So it is extremely important to provide jasmine plant a sunny spot. In summers as well as winters, a full day of direct sunlight works really well. It promotes the growth of new buds and branches also. So make sure your jasmine plant is also placed in a bright sunny spot. Another jasmine plant growing tip is to prune it regularly. Removal of dead and dried jasmine flowers, branches and leaves is also important. Mostly the flower buds appears on a new shoot, so to promote more and more buds on jasmine plant, pruning helps very much. Just take a look of this jasmine plant. The branch is growing long and leggy, with no flowers. If you keeps on pruning the jasmine plant, it will definitely grow more. Here's a question arises, how and when to prune a jasmine plant? It is easy. Cut off the upper growing shoots of jasmine a little, time to time in the whole growing season. Just avoid cutting and pruning of jasmine plant in the winter days. The best season to prune is spring season and summers. So keeps on pruning the jasmine. Our next jasmine plant growing hack is to provide the plant a powerful fertilizer. It is extremely important because jasmine plant is a heavy feeder and a heavy bloomer also. A full of nutrition fertilizer works amazing to get your jasmine plant on a consistent and healthier growth. Without a good fertilizer, expecting lots of flowers on jasmine plant is very unrealistic, because the flower production as well as the growth of plant basically depends upon the nutrients, so it is very important to provide a good fertilizer to your jasmine plant time to time. If we talk about the fertilizer, there are so many options. You can use cow dung compost, liquid fertilizer or compost, or any other fertilizer. But the best fertilizer for jasmine plant is our organic NPK fertilizer, because it promotes a very constant growth on jasmine, as it is a slow release fertilizer. You must try it for once. You can make it at home. Simply follow up the video added in the description box. And keep fertilizing your jasmine plant every 20 days for quality results. Another thing to grow jasmine plant fast is the soil quality. This thing doesn't matter most of the time, because jasmine plant is not a soil sensitive plant, and can be grown in any soil mix. But if you are growing jasmine plant in containers, soil drainage is very important. Water blocking soil mix makes the roots under stress and hence a stunted growth of jasmine plant appears. You can use a slightly sandy soil for jasmine plant. A good soil mix is also added in the description box. You can check out that later. Now let's know how we can get big size flowers on jasmine plant. It majorly depends on a few things. First thing is the variety of jasmine plant, another thing is season, and the last thing is the space for roots. Jasmine plant is a fast growing plant and requires a big size pot or place to spread its roots. But in smaller pots, this thing mainly makes the change. It affects the growth and flower size also. So what should we do? Providing a bigger pot to jasmine plant can help, and planting jasmine in ground can also help a lot. As the roots find more space to grow, the growth of new shoots and buds also appears. So these are some important jasmine growing tips that you must consider. For any question, leave a comment below, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more updates.